So if you're geeks like we are, then you know that March 14th is Pie Day. So today we're going to be making an easy and simpler handheld version that you won't need a pie pan for. My name is Jay and this is Broil LA. So we're going to get started on the fruit filling for our pie first. So here I have 3 Granny Smith apples, as well as 3 Red Delicious apples peeled, and I'm going to thinly slice them. So to our sliced apples, I'm going to add half of a cup of sugar, along with a 1/4 cup of flour, a teaspoon of cinnamon, and a 1/4 teaspoon of ground nutmeg. We're also going to add a little bit of fresh squeezed lemon juice. And then we're good to mix. All right, so once these are well mixed, we're going to set these aside. And we're also going to be making a cream cheese filling for the pie as well. So here I have 1 packet of very softened room temperature cream cheese, and to that I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of sugar, and we're going to whisk this together. So now that our filling is done, we're going to start on the crust. So I'm actually going to use the food processor here, and I'm going to add 2 cups of all-purpose flour, along with a couple tablespoons of sugar, a pinch of salt, and what I'm going to do is slowly add really cold cubes of butter. Now you really want the butter cold to keep the crust nice and flaky. So we're going to gradually add the cubes of butter in, and then pulse it until everything is incorporated. It's going to almost look like sand. So once we're at this point, I'm going to take a cup of really cold ice water, and I'm going to add a couple tablespoons at a time, and then continue pulsing until it comes together. So once the pie dough starts coming together in the food processor, it's ready to take out so we can start kneading it. So I'm going to take a little bit of our flour and just line our board with it, and then take out our dough. So you actually don't want to knead this too much. The warmth from your hands will start to melt the butter, and that'll change the consistency of the dough. So you really just want to keep it together until it forms a ball, and then we're going to let it rest in the fridge for about 15 minutes. So our dough has been resting in the fridge for 15 minutes, so we're going to take it out, and we're going to cut it in half and roll out each half. So we're going to want to roll this out until it forms a little over a 9-inch circle. You don't really need to worry about flouring too much here. As opposed to a pasta dough, this dough has a lot of butter in it, so it won't stick as bad. All right, so once it's rolled out to about 1/8 of an inch thick, I'm going to use a 9-inch bottom of a springform pan and just cut a circle out of the dough with a paring knife. And now we're going to do the same thing to the second half of our dough until we have 2 9-inch circles. So now that our pie dough is ready, we're ready to start filling them. So first off, we're going to put some of our cream cheese mixture. We're only going to want to fill half of the dough because we're going to fold the other half over. Also make sure to leave about 1 inch of space on the outer rim, so when we fold it over, we can seal it without having any filling come out. And then we're going to put some of our apples over the cream cheese. Now you don't want to overfill these. You're only going to need about a couple tablespoons of the cream cheese and around 3/4 of a cup of the apple filling. Once those are in, we're going to dot it with some cold butter, fold it over, push it down with your finger, crimp it with a fork, and we're going to brush the tops of these with some milk, sprinkle a little bit of sugar, and cut a couple vents into it. And then we're gonna put it in a fridge to chill for at least an hour. So now that these are cooled off, they're gonna go into an oven set at 425 degrees for 40 minutes. So these look fantastic, but before we can dig into them, we're gonna let them rest for about 10 minutes. Hey guys, so if you like this video, click this button to subscribe, and check out some of our other videos over here. My name is Jay and this is Broil LA.